Hi everyone, this is Stephanie with Stephanie Builds Wealth. Welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome if you're new. On this channel, I'm using myself as a guinea pig to learn all the skills that I have been acquiring through my psychology and financial literacy, going from a low income to high income to a low income job, and learning my habits of why I do what I do, why I think the way that I think, which I think applies to everybody in all of our finances and in the way that we move through our young adult life and our adult life. I have one income. There's no part-time job or windfalls or a secret millionaire family member somewhere that I know of. So I'm documenting this journey as a person going with one income. And if that seems like something that you resonate with or you'd like to know more about, please subscribe, like, and sign up for all the notifications as I share all these things with you all. So that being said, what I'd like to work with you today is just do a quick check-in for the first pay period of January, which would be, I want to say last week or 2 weeks ago, not quite sure. Anyway, point is, we're doing an update on how things are going with the first payday for January. And then we are going to work on building out the second payday and final payday for January. I'm supposed to be getting my merit increase in this next check, so I don't exactly know how much it's gonna be. So what I'm gonna do is just build out a budget for how much money I would need to cover, and then we're gonna go from there. So here is my subliminal programming that I am wired for success, and I truly do believe this. I do feel that I am wired for success. Let's see. Okay. So mortgage was paid, HOA cleared, groceries is automatic, progressive is done, Affirm is done, mattress is done, gas is done, sinking fund registration, the 33, this is done. And Amazon payment, yes. Emergency fund, done, yes. So if you haven't seen this before, I make my own trackers in Canva just because I like them tailored specifically for my lifestyle in this current season of my life. These things change as my finances change, as my monthly obligations change. So I like to be able to have this accessible and just make my changes as needed, which is why I don't have budgets from anyone else. I have my planned income tracker, and then I have my overall expense tracker, so planned and unplanned things. We're still doing good. Budget, or my buffer, that's gonna roll over into next payday is gonna be $31.23. Okay, so this is the planned income tracker for next month, and then the expense tracker for all the other things that I haven't planned for. So let's see, what is the date? I'm going to take this calendar out. Okay, and I'm gonna put this over here so I can see it. Okay, all right, I can see it over here, and I'm gonna transfer this. Balance, Squeaker's underneath here joining us. Hi, baby. Why are you so cute? All right, so I'm so glad that this is gonna be the last pay cycle that I am using US Bank. No shade to US Bank. I think they're wonderful from what I've researched. I just can't stand having payday on Friday. I would rather have it be on Wednesday mornings. So after this final payday from US Bank, I will immediately be spending the morning updating all of my payment information back to SoFi, and I have already set up my SoFi to automatically deposit into all of my sinking funds and saving funds when I get direct deposit set back up again. Also, I think what I'm gonna do for the state repayment and the Colonial Life overpayment, I think what I'm gonna do is I was playing around with SoFi and looking at their bill pay features. They have the ability to send bills through the site. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, because it's very tedious to have to send 2 paper checks a month until those balances are paid off. I really don't want to have to get into the hassle of having to go to the post office, buy a book of stamps, make sure I have envelopes, print out invoices that they send me, and keep track of everything. So I think what's going to be easier is just when I transfer everything back over to SoFi, set that up so that I can have monthly reoccurring payments until the Colonial Life overpayment is taken care of, and then the estate is taken care of. What was I looking at here for? Oh, right, the 19th. Okay, so this is going to be January. Oh, all my pens are dying. No. No. Stay with me. January 19th. Stay with me. Oh, all my purple pens are dying. This is tragic. Okay, so we are gonna do rollover. 119 source. It is going to be, we'll just put income. I'm trying so hard to keep it going. I'm pressing so hard on the paper. Income, this is going to be buffer over, and this is going to be, I feel like the camera's shaking a lot because I'm trying really hard to get this ink to come out. Oh, that one's going too. Fare thee well, pens. You served your purpose. All right. 32, 31, 23 is the rollover for that. The income for the new payday cycle after the merit increase, I don't know what that's going to be. So I will be able to check, I think maybe on Thursday night, because my deposit's not going to go through until Friday morning with US Bank. They won't issue the statement, like the pay stub statement, until the day before. So I'm going to check Thursday and see if I can get an idea and update this, because I don't have a clue what the balance is going to be that I'm transferring over. So I'm going to leave that blank for now. Planned expenses, going off of the calendar, we are going to do the grocery. That's automatic. I have that automatically sent to my digital grocery envelope. So it automatically sends the $250 to that. So, oh, that's terrible. All right, I'm gonna have to switch to the pink midway, guys. So if there's people out there that are bothered by that, I don't know what to tell you. It happens. You're gonna have to work through that. Okay. Grocery. Due, that's gonna be due every payday. Amount is going to be $250. That is the actual. This is automatic. Fixed, sure, we'll say fixed until I decide to change it. This is also going to be the cycle for the loan consolidation. Almost close. I'll just fudge it in there. Loan consolidation. This is due on the 20th. The amount is $250.12. That is the actual. This is auto pay. This is fixed. What else? Colonial Life. Colonial Life. That is due on the 21st. I ended up having to change the due date to this, and it gives me a range. So it could be due anywhere between the 21st or the 26th, I think. So I'll just put the 21st. Amount will be $93 because I am billed monthly, not quarterly. That is the actual. That is automatic, fixed. It is fixed until I change the amounts. Bank. This is the credit union bank credit card that I don't use. I don't use that banking system anymore. So the monthly minimum keeps going down, which I've said this before. Don't let that trick you. Because you are making consistent payments and paying down the balance on credit cards, these are revolving accounts, okay? They're not fixed amounts. They will try to trick you and have you pay more interest in the long run by saying, oh, congratulations, Susie, you're paying consistently on your minimum payments. We're gonna go ahead and lower that minimum payment for you. You're doing such a great job. Do not fall for that. Don't do it. It is a trap. It is designed to keep you paying more interest longer. So my payment was $110. It is now down to $96. I am still paying $100. I have to manually make that effort though, because they automatically withdraw the minimum amount, and I can't change that. It's one of the reasons why I don't like to bank with the credit union anymore, is their system's very limited and it doesn't let you change things like pay other amount or pay set amount. It just pretty much automatically deducts the minimum. So I have to manually go in and take care of that. It's kind of a hassle, but what are you gonna do until I can get into a position where I can pay this off or transfer it to another account and make it more automated? I'm gonna have to make that effort. So this is due on the 22nd. The amount is down to $96. I'm still paying $100. That is actual. Actual is 96. Auto pay, yes and no. It's auto pay and manual, so I'm just gonna put AM because it's both. Fixed is we'll say variable. The minimum payment is variable, and then my manual payment is variable, so that's good. What else is on the calendar? School loan, that's automatically deducted to get that 5%, that 0.5 interest rate credit. So let's see, school loan. And this is on the 24th. The amount is $153 and I think like 12, but let me switch that, put it in the wrong spot. The amount is going to be $154. The actual is like $153 and like 12 cents or something, but I decided to round it up to an even $154. Auto pay, this is now auto pay. I did get clarification that even though they may draft the payment past the due date, they will still process it as an on-time payment. So that's handled, thank goodness. We'll say this is fixed because the payment doesn't fluctuate, the interest rate doesn't fluctuate unless I manually pay more, which that's gonna be probably the last thing I think about. The interest rate is so low that I have other things that have higher interest rates that need priority attention. So that's just gonna sit there and marinate. What else? We're gonna do Bank West. Bank West, this is due on the 25th. The amount is going to be $45. I was paying $75 or more on this, but since I've got everything else increased last summer, towards the end of the year, I had to dial it back on this and pay things that have high interest monthly that are compounding. So this is an interest-free card that I use to roll over a medical bill from last year, and I'm paying that down every month, interest-free. So the actual is gonna be $45. That is now the minimum payment. This is automatic as well. We'll say that's fixed. Car, my beautiful car that I cannot wait to own, due on the 26th. I'm gonna put $363.73 for the amount. That is the actual. This is auto pay, deducted through my credit union. So the credit union that I don't bank with or have products from, the car note and then the bank credit card is from them. Those two I'm kind of stuck with, and I am going to eventually make a decision to stop banking with them this year once I switch back to SoFi, Capital One. Those are online banks. There's none here physically in Nevada. And my only physical bank is going to be US Bank. That will be my bank from now on. I will end up closing those accounts with the credit union because I don't bank with them. They do charge me a monthly maintenance fee for the little bit of money that I have in there. And I just am on the bandwagon where if I'm letting you hold on to my money so that you can take my money and invest it and make more money off my money, well, I'll get, a high yield savings interest. I don't feel that you should be charging me for that privilege, because if you didn't have my money, you couldn't make more money. So I will not continue to bank with them anymore. So car note, this is fixed. Let's see what's next. The state. That is due. I haven't gotten the booklet yet for this, and it's coming close to the end of the month, and I know that they take a while to clear checks. So I will probably write out a check on the 19th. That way they have the rest of the month to receive it and cash it. So we're going to say it's due on the 19th. And we're going to put it for $364, and actual, I'm guessing it's $364. I don't have a notebook yet from them, but there's no interest. I haven't been late on it. This is a manual pay. I'm going to see if I can set up the state and the Colonial Life overpayment on SoFi's monthly automated checking, and they'll issue the paper check for me. I just have to call and confirm because I cannot be late on this. This cannot be late. This is going to be, we'll say this is fixed for sure. What else? I feel like okay. There is the T-Mobile bundle. Mobile bundle. This is due on the 26th. Amount is $90. That's the same. This is auto pay, which gives me a $10 discount. You guys, don't sleep on your auto pays when it counts. Like, it really does help you. So this is auto pay. Yes. Fixed. Yes. What else? Care credit. This will be month 2. Care credit due on the 28th. And the amount is $40. That is the actual. This is automated. This is fixed. What else? Amazon is on the 28th as well. And this is going to be $89. The actual, it was $150, but I was able to make little mini payments along the way. So we'll just keep that. This is a manual pay because this changes. This is, we'll say variable. Republic Service. This is our sewer. It comes quarterly, so I forgot about that completely because I hadn't paid it since September, November, December, so September. So I have now created a sinking fund for this so that every paycheck this gets funded and I don't have to worry about paying it. Now, I have to make a sinking fund for it now because my finances are so tight right now that I just don't have the full $50 to just fund the account and be done. After February, after I get my, the tax refund, whatever I can pay off, that's going to free up extra money that I should be able to just knock out these little bitty sinking funds and no problem and just call it a day. Like I said, ideally, I would like to fund this for the year. So if it all works out, I'd like to fund this until December and have it ready for next January. So this is going to be due, when was it? This was due the 20th. The amount is going to be $50.06. $51.06. Big whoopty-doo a dollar, right? $51.06. That is the actual. This is going to be a manual payment. This is, we'll say, fixed for now. I was not able to budget miscellaneous for this month. It just was a little tight with last paycheck, so I'm going to go ahead and give myself miscellaneous. That will be the 19th. We'll say $60. That'll be the actual. This is manual. We'll say fixed. We'll say variable, because this is probably going to change as I start getting more mobile and being out in social, like in the world again. I'm going to need more miscellaneous money. What else? Car registration sinking fund. Sinking fund, that is going to be due every payday. Oh, I should probably put that for payday too, because that, well, no, I'm paying this in full this time. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. 20th. And the sinking funds will be every payday. Car registration, that is going to be 33 each payday. That is going to be the amount. I have set this up to be automatically taken care of. This will be fixed. What else? Amazon Prime. Sinking fund. This is going to be every payday until fulfilled. This will be $5. This is the actual. This I have set up to be automated, and we'll say that's fixed. Am I starting it this time? I guess I am. I wrote it down. Okay, well, Republic Services Sinking Fund. Republic Sinking Fund. This is going to be every payday until paid in full. That is going to be $17.33. That is the actual, that is the minimum I need each payday so that I can pay this in full in the second quarter. This is automated now through my sinking fund. This will be fixed. And again, these little baby ones, the Amazon Prime, the public service, depending on what it looks like for tax time, I'm very hesitant to talk about numbers and amounts because tax time is very variable, and you might think you're getting something back and that could be very different. You could only get back maybe $50. You could get back nothing. I ideally would like to get back nothing and have more throughout the year, but ever since we switched to those W-9s now, instead of like the W-2s, you can't claim yourself anymore. There's no option to claim yourself if you don't have dependents. So I would have to figure out, I don't know if it's through work benefits or if I'd have to talk to a tax person to figure out how I can correct that adjustment so that I don't have more taxes taken out throughout the year, which, just like the banks, is basically an interest-free loan to the government to use my money to make more money and then give it back to me a year later. I don't like that. I would rather have that extra money in each monthly payday and have it liquid available to me and not have to wait 12 months to get to that, or longer, depending when you get your tax return. So I really want to figure out this year how to get on top of that, because I would like to stop getting tax returns from overpaying with work. Obviously, there's other things like tuition or childcare and medical services that you're going to have to claim, but I would like to get money from work that I overpay back into my pocket. So that's going to be a project of mine this quarter to figure that out. Public services. I would like to do, I don't know how much I'm going to get, so I don't know how much to put in sinking funds. I'm just going to say emergency sinking fund. Each payday, I'm going to say 50. Actual, I don't have a clue because I don't know how much I have. This is going to be automated as well. You know what? I haven't set it up yet for automation because I don't know how much that's going to be to figure it out. So I left it manual for now. This is going to be variable because I just don't know. Discover 2. This has to be every payday. We're going to do 100 to that. Actual is going to be that. This is going to be manual. This is going to be variable. I'm going to have to work really hard to pay down Discover 2 again with my utilities because it's getting close to getting maxed out, and I need that to go down by half. What else? I think that is all that I can think of right now. So, because like I said, I don't know how much my new pay is going to be with my merit increase after taxes and after health insurance and retirement is taken out. I know what it used to be. So if we're at least under that number of what it used to be, then we should be okay or getting close. So we are going to go ahead and add these up and see where we're at. We're going to take it from this column because this is more. Okay, so $250 for groceries, $250 for $250.12 for the consolidation loan, Colonial Life, okay, Bank CC, school, 45, Bank West, car. I have to pay attention as I'm typing because I've done it so many times before where the calculator won't read your finger and it'll not add correctly, which I think is what happened the end of last year. So plus 364, plus 90, plus 40, plus 89, plus 5106, plus 60, plus 33, plus 5, plus 17, 33 cents, plus 50, plus 100. Okay, so we are at, currently, we are at $2,154.79. I completely forgot that I was going to share something with you. So the reason why I am not worried about that is because one of our coworkers in the office found out that our company every year, apparently, I didn't know about this last year, so I missed out, but I know about it this year. And our company, at least in our division, the company is so massive that you could have a couple different departments in the same branch and you all have different benefits and different access to different things in the company. It's just a big bear. So our department, our division, has a benefit every year called a wellness benefit, where the company gives us $600 to use at our discretion for wellness things. Gym, fitness devices, sneakers, clothing. It even, get this, it even offers you reimbursement on your student loans until the credit is maxed out. So this was my thought process. I already submitted this month for the gym membership, and I already submitted for the student loan. So that should buy me about 2.5 months. So my thinking is, I know that I'm going to get my student loan reimbursed for the next 2 months, so January and February. And by February, hopefully I have all of my information submitted for my taxes so that by March, I have a very different financial landscape. For the next 2 months, well, 2.5, 3 months, until that credit is depleted, that $600 credit from work is depleted, what I'm gonna do is when I get paid back, when I get reimbursed the student loan amount and the gym membership amount, I'm going to apply that towards my Affirm balance to pay that off quicker. Even though this says that this is probably more than what I'm gonna get back. So what I was making before was 20, 64. That was my previous bi-weekly salary. So I will probably get it not this payday because I submitted it earlier this week and I think it's the payroll cutoff period is too soon. Why I say payroll is because our wellness credit is reimbursed through our payroll only. It's not sent directly to checking accounts, like how other expenses are sent directly to our checking account. This one has to go through payroll. So it's not going to be this pay period. It'll be in February's pay period. I'm not worried about this because I know that I'm going to get reimbursed back for the next 3 months-ish. So very, very excited about that. I've already played around with the numbers and how I can use that the next 3 months of student loan reimbursements to pay down a firm, which should knock it down about close to $500 in just extra money that I didn't have planned, I didn't anticipate. So I'm very excited about that, which is also why I wanted to talk to you guys about. Look at your company and talk to your benefits team and ask them what things are accessible to us. And this is something that I've had to come to terms with because I was so salty. I was just shocked at the 2% raise that I got. I mean, it's not even enough to cover the basics of inflation, which I think is at 5.3% right now. So I thought to myself, okay, if I couldn't get an increase in salary that covers at least inflation, and I didn't get a bonus, I got just 2% flat. You're a basic employee, you're replaceable whenever we feel like it. I thought, okay, how can I utilize this company's benefits package to help improve things and make things easier for me financially in a different way, right? It's all about perspective. And then using the tuition reimbursement to enhance my skill set and make me more valuable of an asset to the company so that next time there's a position that is in line with what I do in my skill set, I have more value and a higher chance of getting that position and definitely increasing my income by this time next year. So very happy about that. We'll have to see when we do our pre-payday check-in. We'll have to see what was on target and what my new pay day is going to be like for the rest of the year until next merit increase. I'm not sure if you can see this really well because the pink doesn't really transfer well to film. I'm going to work on getting darker ink again. I'm going to check back on Thursday afternoon to check the pay stub so I can update this, and then I can change and wiggle around as needed when I get that. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.